welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. Now, today's reading is for the air sign Libra for the month of November 2025. Libra, I hope that you are doing well. The reading today, I'm going to be using the Pride Tarot deck for the main spread, so doing a 10-card Celtic cross spread. If I need to clarify, I will use the Zillich Tarot. And at the end, I will be pulling one additional oracle card. Well, it's not actually an oracle card, it's from the Akashic Tarot deck, but one additional card from this very different deck, which is called the Akashic Tarot. Just a reminder, the messages may or may not resonate, right? I do encourage you to watch not just your sun sign reading, but also your moon and rising to have a more complete overview of the energies surrounding you at this time. If you do enjoy the messages today, right, and the reading does really resonate, please do leave me a comment. Let me know how this applies to what's going on in your life at this time. Also, give the video a thumbs up. Consider subscribing. I would love to have you all here with me, and that way you will also be notified whenever I post new content. Speaking of content, if you are looking for more regular, kind of daily, like shorter content, you can follow me over on TikTok. I'm at Changing Phases Tarot on TikTok, okay? All right, so let's get going. I have been shuffling off camera and meditating on the sign, but we'll give the deck a few more shuffles here. So Spirit, what's the messages for Libra for the month of November? What else does Libra need to know? Messages for Libra for the month of November. Okay, we'll do one last shuffle here. And divide the deck. Okay, so we'll take these two flipped over. These cards have been coming out. I've done a number of the signs so far, and these cards have been making the rounds. So we have center of the spread, the Four of Pentacles, okay, and what could help or hinder the Four of Pentacles is the Ace of Wands. So a focus on finances, career, finances, the way that you make your money, and what could, help or hinder the Ace of Wands, which is a new beginning. So this can be a new job offer. It's a very exciting new offer coming in, right? Aces are kind of green lights from the universe. They're blessings. They're yes cards. If you have been waiting for an answer, this is the yes that you've been waiting for. It's associated with the fire energy, so Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. But it's that new spark, that new creative project and endeavor, the new job offer. We'll see how this ties in with the rest of the spread, okay? We'll keep going with the other cards here. So we have at the bottom in the deep foundation, the bottom of your spread, we have the Two of Swords, which this can represent like being in two minds about something, right? So needing to make a decision, but for whatever reason thinking that you don't have all of the information that you need in order to make that decision, feeling stuck. It's oftentimes referred to as like the stalemate card. It does sit in the deep past though, so for many of you, you might have already, moved through this energy. You might have already made whatever this decision was, but at that point in the deep past, you felt that you didn't have all the knowledge that you needed, the information to make a decision. In the recent past, we have Major Arcana number 15, the Devil, associated with the Earth sign of Capricorn. The Devil can represent unhealthy relationships, sort of the toxic relationships and connections, whether this is on a more personal level or within the workplace. The Devil can also represent things in excess. So when the Devil card shows up in the reading, it can represent that there's a need to kind of rein things in for balance to be restored. So whether this is working too much, it's different areas of your life being out of balance. So if you are working too much, you might be neglecting your home or your family, your friends. If this is you spending too much, there might be a need for you to put into place a budget. If you are eating or drinking too much, it might be a good time to kind of, especially as we are coming into like the holiday season in the month of November, December, and might want to rein that in a little bit. So, the Devil does represent this kind of excess, things in excess, and a need to maybe bring or restore balance. We'll see again how this ties in as we keep moving through your spread. We have the Knight of Swords in the crowning position. So, with this crowning your reading, message from your higher self, this could be news coming in. And it's interesting that it kind of sits opposite this Two of Swords, which was waiting for, some type of news or something to be able to allow you to make a decision. The Knight of Swords can be that, news coming in. It can be an offer, but it's more about, finding out about something, quick, decisive action being taken. So, you could also be dealing with, obviously you are an air sign Libra, could be dealing with a fellow Libra, right? Or also a Gemini, Aquarius. But news coming in, decisive action being taken. We have in the near future the Tower. This is number 16 of the Major Arcana. And the Tower is associated with the fire sign of Aries. And the Tower is a very significant energy in that, it can really come in to shake up everything that's going on in your life, right? The Tower also, it represents the fact that, yes, there might be a very unexpected, event coming in, but the foundation upon which this tower was built might not have been very strong to begin with. So in the case of, say, a work situation, something, you might find out that out of the blue, you are being made redundant, you're being let go, which, yes, it can be a definite shock to the system, but, underlying all of that, there might be, you might have wanted to have left the company for quite a long time and have just been sort of staying there because you didn't really have anywhere better to go, or there weren't any other opportunities at that time. So you might have been quite unhappy in your job for quite a while, but just hadn't made the move yet. So with the Tower moment coming in, that can really move you towards this new direction. So unexpected event, and with the Tower, it is about how you handle that Tower moment. So your approach to it, right? How you deal with whatever this Tower situation is. You show up in the reading as the Two of Wands, which very different than the Two of Swords, and they sit next to each other here. The Two of Wands is you very much in a power, in the position of power to make a decision about where to go in your life at this time. So it's standing at the crossroads, but you're the one looking down both paths, and you're the one making the decision as to which path is the right one for you at this time. And it's not that there's necessarily a right or wrong, that if you go down one path, it's because the other one is wrong for you. No, it's about making that choice and heading in that direction, but you are in the position of power here. So it could be you choosing between two jobs, right? Heading down one path as opposed to the other. And we have surrounding you this new offer coming in. So it does look like, again, going back to this Ace of Wands at the center of the spread, for many of you, you have an offer that's surrounding you at this time, this new offer, and it could be quite surprising, right? It could really catch you sort of off guard, as in, you might not have thought of going in that particular direction, or of working or of looking to change careers or going in this new direction. It's very unexpected, I feel. Your hopes and fears. So we have in the hopes and fears position the Eight of Swords, which is, going back to this Two of Swords, the Eight of Swords, it's a difficult energy. It is just a fear though, right? It's not real. And especially with it being swords. Swords is a suit of the mind, it's our thoughts, it's communication. So it's thinking that you're stuck, right? Thinking that there's no way out of a situation. But actually, the woman here, she could easily remove the blindfold, walk out. The swords aren't even completely surrounding her. She could easily get out of the situation. But it's thinking that for whatever reason, she is stuck, right? She's in this, but it's a fear. So there's a fear that you're stuck, but you're not, right? You have new things coming in, and you have this Tower moment that's really going to sort of blow everything up and open up this new path for you. Yeah, and as you head into the month of December, you have the Ten of Pentacles. This is the ultimate in financial stability, abundance, right? This is like that generational type wealth. For some of you, you could be receiving news of an inheritance at this time. For others, this could be like a windfall of money coming in. For others, it could be that this new path, this new job, this new opportunity is bringing in like this financial, stability and abundance that you have been hoping for. And bottom of the deck, you have the Messenger. This is number 5 of the major arcana. The Messenger, this would be the Hierophant in the traditional tarot deck, and it's associated with the earth sign of Taurus. And the Messenger or the Hierophant, it can show up when you are signing new contracts, right? So new contracts coming in, and immediately beneath it we have another ace with the Ace of Swords. So definitely, and this Ace of Swords, going back to the Two of Swords, this is like the aha moment, so the epiphany, the clarity of mind that was possibly lacking in the past is now right here, right? It's here for you. And there's, it's also a card of victory. It's the green light from the universe. But the Messenger can show up when you are signing contracts. So, entering into a new work environment, signing the new contract. It can be dealing with like higher ups. It's sort of somebody who sits at the top of a large institution, such as like a legal, sort of this legal framework, so court system. It can also be universities or school systems. It can also be religious, right, to do with the church, like organized religion. But it's more about this entering into this new large institution. So I do feel that for many of you, you are moving in this new direction, a change of job, right? And I feel that it's very welcomed, even though it might be a little surprising, and it might catch you by surprise, but it also might surprise other people that you are heading in this new direction. I feel that it is, you're definitely being guided to follow, right, to head in this new direction. I don't feel that I need to clarify. The messages seem to be coming through quite clearly this month so far in all the readings that I've done. So we'll just move to the Akashic Tarot deck card for you. Okay, so I'm going to be pulling one additional card here, and then I will get the guidebook and read you the full description, because this particular deck has quite different descriptions for the cards. So one additional message for Libra. What else does Libra need to know for the month of November? Messages for Libra. One additional message for Libra for November. Do one last shuffle here, Libra. Okay, and the card that you have is the Three of Roses. So the suit of roses would be the suit of cups in the traditional tarot, and the Three of Roses in this deck, it's called Loving Elementals. And if we think in the traditional tarot, the Three of Cups is a card of celebration, right? But let's go ahead and read the full meaning for this card in this particular deck, and it says, playful fairies and water sprites frolic in the air around a little child. They fill the air with expanding joy and happiness. Although many people don't believe in the elementals, nature spirits of all kinds do exist, and they have more power than can be imagined. They live in the elements of earth, air, wind, and fire, and they're willing to share the guidance, well-being, and inspiration of the Akashic records that exist in the natural world. This card is here to tell you that joy will soon be increasing. It also encourages you to remember to have fun. Being more playful in your daily life, allow yourself to sing a little and laugh a lot. Call on the elementals to inspire you in this and other areas. They are a font of fun and upliftment that can expand the joy in your life in great measure. The Akashic Force message says, close your eyes and feel the air abuzz with the flight and dance of elementals all around you. Feel yourself smile in the happy lightness of being they bring. Every time you take a moment to do this, you open your heart to joy. So joy, celebration, allowing yourself to be more playful. But I do feel that the celebration here has to do with this new opportunity, the signing the new contract, the heading in the new direction. So it all looks very positive. So I do hope that the messages have helped. I thank you for joining me here today. Again, Again, if you enjoyed the reading, please do give the video a thumbs up, right? Subscribe to the channel. And just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful month of November. Bye for now.